Chess?
Yes, it's been a while, been a long time. And no, I wasn't locked up. You know, I just had I had house chores to do. The man right there, folks, Stephen, the man of the hour.
The import ebony.
Import, okay, he's an import ebony. Wow. I'm just the Jamaican saltfish. We're back. We're happy to be back with you guys. Sorry for the long wait, but we're back and we're ready to roll.
This is pineapple juice in case you guys are curious.
Yep.
Now, guys, seen in the comments, we do read the comments and you were inquiring about the drinks that we have up here. So this is pineapple juice and ginger.
Oh, by the way, guys, the reason why we don't comment back on the comments is because we don't want to get all too wrapped up in the comments, and you know, you guys might say the wrong thing to us, we might say the wrong thing to you guys. So we just let you guys roll over the comments, and but we do read every single comment that you guys send.
Hey.
And that's the man that you saw.
You saw.
What of that?
Anyways, we back with NEHS.com. Real people, real issues, real answers, real reality. You can follow Horace on Twitter. You asked for it, and you can follow me on Twitter as well. He makes sense. And we're back with question and answer number 266.
And by the way, you guys can actually, you know, use that that email service and actually ask us questions that you really want us to answer, and we'll be gladly to respond. We respond to all our emails back, and we'll actually bring your question on there. So don't be shy. Just feel free to just go in and email us at NYACHEST, that's INYACHEST @gmail.com. We'll definitely get back to you promptly. So let's go.
I guess we're gonna bring in the question. Me and Andrew was actually touching on the issue. Excuse the background soundtrack. It wasn't tuned yet. The question we're gonna bring in today is that we discussed earlier was, why is prostitution illegal?
I think the reason why it's illegal because
the government can't tax it.
Exactly, you can't tax it. You can't tax it because I mean, cigarettes kill you every day. Okay, one point I was trying to make is that cigarettes and over-the-counter drugs kill you, you know, but it's accessible and it's taxable. Now, it's you against the drug. There's nobody to stop you from it really, but yourself. But with the prostitution, you can at least control the outcome of the situation by using protection. Not saying that protection is 100%, that it works 100%, but at least you're attempting to protect yourself from the ramifications of having sex with a skank. So you can stop it by doing that. So I don't see the bad part in making prostitution illegal, because this woman chose to do this to actually for service.
Right.
With the drugs, I'm doing something detrimental to myself. She's giving herself to me. I'm paying for this. I'm not saying I would do it. I'm not saying that. Folks, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. Even though it's legal in Vegas. I'm just saying that.
So there's two questions. Is it legal? And if it is it ethical?
Let's hit the ethical out of it. Okay? We'll get to that. I'll answer Esau's question in a second. My whole pet peeve is, well, how can we invest in our tax dollars into setting up stings to arrest prostitutes off the street? You know, rather they put the efforts towards drugs and alcohol, and even the cigar industry, where people walking around with cancer don't even know in black lungs. I'm just tired of seeing these reality shows where they busting working women because they want to charge for their vagina. I mean, come on, it's the same thing when you date a gold digger, you know? It's the same transaction subliminally, you know? When you court a woman,
so you
spend, hold on a second, you take her out, okay, you pay for dinner, okay, she puts you on a time period, she subliminally hits you with, she got bills to pay, and a car note. I mean, it's the same sense here, it's just a different title.
I'm sorry, I can't agree.
Yeah, it is, man.
I'm sorry, because...
So you tax the vagina.
Basically, if you can, but you know what? That's what they do in Vegas, because these women actually stay in the brothels. Those guys that own the brothels are paying taxes. So that's how it comes out like it's legal, because you're paying the tax at the end of the day. That's all it comes down to is the tax.
Well, who has
the right? Know they're paying a tax?
They have to pay tax. They actually have an actual home
establishment. Taxes on the actual business.
Exactly. Not the actual woman what they're doing, but the actual business itself. Because it's a business now. You got to pay taxes on the business.
But do you hear you guys right now?
But how do you I don't know, how do you put some type of order with that, or?
You hear you guys right now, right? You guys are debating pricing the pussy. Does that sound absurd to you guys? We're talking business on sex right now. Doesn't that sound absurd? This is like a God-given natural.
Well, that's the question, though.
But that's my point. Is like it's so absurd that we're discussing the financial ends of having intercourse with somebody else. That doesn't ring a bell. Like,
so what do you mean the ethical part is out of it? That's ethics right there.
what? Because they're selling it.
Yeah, is that?
So they're so holier than now that they care about the ethics. That they have to put laws on ethics. So does that mean they're gonna put laws on certain things around religion too?
Well, you know what? I wonder if there's a way around it that a prostitute. I wonder if there's a way around it what a prostitute can do instead of like saying.
So do you think most prostitutes are filling out what 1099 forms?
No, of course not.
Tell the government, hey, I sold X amount of ass this year.
No.
$40,000 worth of ass. So I owe you how much of that?
No. That's the problem. That's why it's illegal.
Right.
Because the thing about it, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, the strippers that go to strip clubs, you know they gotta pay a fee to strip.
Right.
That's the only reason why they made that shit either illegal. You know, that's what Steve was saying. They're talking about no champagne.
Well, I think in that arena there, it's enclosed and
it's in a building.
Yeah, you can control that environment. You can't control nothing out the door. Nobody coming
You can't control nothing in champagne.
You can't control those on the strip.
You have security there though.
No,
security.
They're on a payroll.
They're on a payroll, so it's going to bring some type of
a tax thing.
Okay.
Right.
Exactly, it's a taxes.
So the average, if I remember correctly, when I used to hit up Coco's, okay, the average rate for a stripper to buy in for the night, because they have to pay before they dance, was $20.
That's it?
Yeah, $20. That's the average rate. So when the girls go to dance tonight, they have to pay $20, $25.
That must have been back in the 80s.
It could be.
This is crazy.
It could be anybody. Okay. So I don't think the government is really banking off the $25 they're banking. You know what they're banking off? The liquor that they're busting the club on, the high tax that they're paying.
The government automatically assumes that you're going to be whatever and go ahead and jot down everything that you make. I mean, but if that was the case, then everybody that's doing side hustles and barbershop, cutting in the house, or bartering or something like that, people be...
Okay, do you think the Homeland Security, okay, and their technology is so naive that they have no clue that there's more than dancing happening in the boom boom room?
Of course.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that why can
But
they're not setting up standards.
What internal control that they're going to have to sit up here and put it on somebody a sticker or something, say, oh, okay, you shook your ass, you made $35, I need 7.5% of that.
But now you go on the street to the girl that's on the street, you take our tax dollars and set up undercover stings to solicit a transaction and to bust her and put her in jail for the night for sharing her reproduction orders for a fee. Reproduction organs for a fee. That's what doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
It will never.
It's taxes. It's just taxes.
It never will. It never will.
I'm appalled. That's taxes. Just like illegal drugs. Every drug that's illegal is because it's not made in the United States. Every drug that's legal, over the counter, aspirin, addictive drugs, Xanax, all that stuff,
what do you think
you
about
tax it.
Marijuana? Is it partially legal?
No. See, that's it. That falls into the same thing with prostitution.
Yeah.
Because now it's like, we really can't control this. Let's go to tax it and make money off it. It's the same thing. It's like the tax.
Well, they know they can't control it 100% in California, but they made it legal in certain areas.
They can't control it.
No.
They can control it. The government can control anything they want to control. Period.
Let's have a raise of hands of who all enjoys. Let's have a raise of hands. Let's take a poll. Who all enjoys intercourse? Okay. Okay. Now the point I'm getting to is that now, as the government find ways of taxing things, I mean, this may seem so insignificant right now that they're harassing prostitutes for a fee. Okay, they're harassing prostitutes because they're not paying taxes. Now imagine if they was able to, you know what, some big communist or somewhat similar hidden communist that's a Republican gets into power in a couple years from now. He's a president. He's like, you know what, this may sound far-fetched, but let's tax people in general for having for having sex. How far-fetched can that be if we're already harassing a prostitute for selling? So you know what? Let's tax people a percentage a year. But listen, we know how many times you and your wife had sex.
Is it a law?
You know what's funny? They never give me a reason why prostitution is illegal.
Is there a law that says that you have to pay taxes?
On what?
On what?
On anything.
Don't pay that what's happening. That means it's wrong.
It's common law, but I mean, is there a written law that say, hey, you have to pay taxes?
When you get the mail in the letter in the mail, you would know that.
That's the law. That's the law.
Hey, you didn't pay that. So look at Wesley. Look at all the boys, man. You know, the boys, they found out.
I mean, it sounds extreme, but if it's right now, this is the way it is right now. Man, this could be a financial wheel, because every American needs gasoline. Boom! I got them by the balls. They got me. That's my oil industry. Every American needs water. Bam! I got them by the balls again. Yeah, they gotta drink water.
You got them by the balls for
we introduced them to electricity. Yeah, they're not gonna go back to the caveman era. You know? Okay? So man,
got them by the balls for air.
sex. Yeah, what if we could tax sex for everybody who has sex?
I want to know what is the what make that
man, you know?
That can increase the GDP then.
I want to know what it makes sex illegal. That's a good point. What makes sex illegal? What does that make sex illegal? I need to Google this.
What makes sex illegal?
What make prostitution illegal? Cause they're not doing that when they're standing on the street. You want a product? Yeah. Instead of the green grapes, let me get the red glow grapes. That's all you're doing.
What are they doing illegal?
What are they doing illegal?
Okay,
I think what makes it illegal is choice.
What?
What?
The choice. Choice makes it illegal.
Explain.
I have no idea.
Alright, get out my seat. Okay, so that's the big sense. So, I mean, please give us your feedback. I know you guys always do.
It's probably illegal because people don't know. I mean, it's deception there because you don't know if her coochie is falling off.
And that's why you made it.
Or she has
but listen, you get cigarettes and you know it's bad.
And they put,
but there's no deception right there. Surgeon General tells you hey, it's bad.
It's your choice. It's deception when you got a movie star smoking in the movie.
Exactly.
How's that?
She's cool.
Yeah.
That's deception.
That's not deception. If I'm going out here selling you something and I'm telling you that I'm not even telling you it's bad. You know, I'm leaving the choices up to you. But they're telling you, they got ads. The same people that make it are the same people that are saying, hey, this is horrible.
They just started doing that in the past 10 years. They're forced to do that.
They're forced to do that.
You know why? You know why the new addictive drug is going to be? It's going to be marijuana. That's why they slowly bring it in. Watch it 25 years. Marijuana going to take all the states.
Yeah.
They're trying to push cigarette out and just tax marijuana.
Yeah.
That's all it is, dog. It's right there. That's exactly what they're going to do.
Yep.
They're going to push cigarette out in and push marijuana in.
Yep. You can't tell me anything. You saying about her coochie falling off. What do you think what happens when you go to a nightclub? Okay, you meet a girl that has the fucking magic shaper. Isn't that deception right there? Is she going to jail? No. Okay. And and our HIV rate is phenomenal. And nobody's telling you that no one is telling you they have HIV before they sleep with you. You know, so are they going to jail right there? I mean, so when you want to say that it's like they're looking out for us because you girl coochie about to fall off, and they want to make sure that us men are safe and not deceptive about her coochie falling off, sounds like crockett shit to me. I'm sorry. Sounds like crockett shit to me, man. But you can't convince me otherwise why somebody such a natural function of intercourse is illegal. Illegal. Okay?
Yeah.
I probably feel a little better if you say, you know what? We're taking you to jail because you're not paying tax on the services. You're conducting a business.
No. How about if she instead of charging $40, she charged $39.99, and then she actually saved that little bit and like give it to the cops. Like, hey, you know what's funny? If somebody actually do some shit like that, she's like, hey, I set aside my 6.5% for you guys.
You know what? I'm pretty sure.
Everybody get a cut.
I'm pretty sure there's some pimps out there.
That's why they don't fuck with pimps.
Yeah.
So pimps get a cut.
Yeah, so the pimps probably that's sergeant. What you call it? Just throw in the envelope.
Yo.
You know what? Everybody hands had to be in the pot, and this wouldn't be a problem.
Exactly. Man.
I ain't got no more to say.
Yeah, this is very disturbing.
Yeah, I'm Steve.